According to the history books, the first ancient civilization that we know of were called the ancient Sumerians. The Sumerians existed over 6,000 years ago, 1,000 years before the Egyptians. They lived in a place called Mesopotamia, a historical region which includes present-day Iraq and parts of Iran, Kuwait, Syria, and Turkey, and they refer to themselves as black-headed ones, or black-headed people. They believed in gods called the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki were described as children of the earth and sky. Some researchers believe that the ancient Sumerians have an understanding of the universe, with artifacts showing depictions of the solar system, with planets orbiting around the sun. What makes things even more interesting is they are depicted with these strange ancient handbags and bracelets. Their list of inventions are mind-blowing. Not only did they create the wheel, they created the alphabet, the calendar we use today, irrigation systems for farming, time itself, the seconds, minutes, and hours. Some say this knowledge was given to them. It does seem that the first civilization was also one of the most advanced ones, which doesn't exactly fit with modern-day explanations of our history. Of the 30,000 stone tablets we have found from ancient Sumeria, there is a story called the Epic of Gilgamesh. In the story, like many religious texts, we are told of a great flood which will purge the earth. The writings found on these tablets are the earliest known reference we have of a great flood. As we know today, the story of that great flood goes on to appear in many religious texts, even though those religions are said to have developed separately. At the end of the last ice age, there were several temperature anomalies as well as a huge rise in sea levels of over 400 feet. Scientists believe an asteroid impact to be responsible after a giant crater in Greenland was found. The asteroid impact would have triggered a massive shift in temperature levels, which will have caused ice to melt at a rapid pace and surge in many places around the globe, wiping out thousands of species of animals, plants, and even humans. Perhaps the Great Flood story is not a myth, and it is, in fact, a way of passing down knowledge through generations and ensuring that it survives. With the discovery of Göbekli Tepe in Upper Mesopotamia, dating back to at least 11,600 years ago, the age of the Sumerians has been brought into question. The fact we believe them to be the first civilization has now also been challenged. Recently, Graham Hancock shared an image of a Sumerian tablet which appears to depict Göbekli Tepe. It's still up for debate whether it does or not, but if that is the case, again, we need to revisit this. To this day, we are not actually sure where the ancient Sumerians came from. Could it be that they migrated south into southern Mesopotamia, and the people of Göbekli Tepe became the Sumerians we know today?
Let's meet the Palestinians. Let's dive into the rich genetic history of this diverse people. In the north, Palestinians have ancient Anatolian DNA, while in the south, there's a connection to Egyptian ancestry. Their genes tell a story of three Stone Age populations: Natufians, Anatolian Neolithic farmers, and Levant Neolithic farmers. The Palestinian genome is a mosaic, about 33% Natufian, 35% Anatolian farmer, and up to 60% Levant farmer DNA. From the Bronze Age Canaanites to the influences of Greeks, Italians, and Arabs, Palestinians are a blend of many cultures. Despite invasions and migrations throughout history, Palestinians have maintained a unique genetic identity, rooted in one of the world's oldest regions. Discover more about the Palestinian heritage.
The area has been known as Palestine, or a similar sounding name, since the 20th dynasty of Egypt, 1150 BCE, who was the first to refer to the land as Palaset. They were referred to as the Sea People and occupied coastal areas of what is now Israel. It did not originate from Roman soldiers seeking to wipe the name of Israel off the map after it was conquered, which is a common myth. Assyrians called the people and land Palstu or Philistu, starting around 800 BCE. Aristotle described a fable lake, now known as the Dead Sea, in Palestine. Ovid, Pliny the Elder, Josephus all wrote about Palestine. After the fall of the Kingdom of Israel, the Rome called the area Syria Palestine. The Bible calls the area Philistia 250 times, 10 times in the Torah, 200 times in the book of Judges and books of Samuel. During the Ottoman Empire, the name was retained and Palestine was largely a self-governing suzerain.
Involved in it. But Begin had been what the world considered to be a terrorist. He was the head of an organization called Irgun,
Right.
and they had deliberately set off a bomb in the King David Hotel that killed 96 innocent people who were just guests in the hotel. And ultimately,